Good, what's your RPMs at?
It's at 20.
Okay.
20?
All right, I just heard you add some. I wasn't sure if you scanned
Yeah, no, I was watching it.
Okay, good. Okay, 30 seconds is up. Let's descend to 4,500. And let's descend at 100 miles per hour.
45, you said?
4,500, yep. Let's pull our RPMs back to about 1,500. There you go. Now start your descent at 110. I'm sorry, 100.
I was going to say. Okay. Wow, my heading. I forgot about that scan.
Yeah, 100 to go. Okay, level off. We'll level off for 30 seconds. And then we'll climb back up again to 5,000. And then we'll level off for 30 seconds. Then we'll go back down to 4,500. We'll do that a couple times just so you start to feel. And we want, this is more of a, like your localized approach, step down. So we're going to pull it back to 1,500 RPMs. You know, descend, get there, and then go back to our cruise speed.
All right. 3 seconds. 2 seconds. Climb to what?
5,000 again.
5,000?
Yep. We'll climb 500, lose 500.
At 80?
Yep, 80. So remember, for every 100 feet you want to climb, you add in how much RPMs?
100.
Yep, so we want to climb 500 feet, we should add in 500.
So it should be 25?
Yep.
Back up heading. Okay, 47, looking for 5.
North of traffic Sioux 53 over the field, 3,200 feet, steep spiraling down to a left down, power off 180, runway 26,
looking for 5.
northwest.
49, looking for 5. 50. 20. Oops.
Good, so your RPMs went back, right back to that 2,000, 2,100, somewhere in there.
Yep.
Good. All right, today are you focusing more on the G5s and the steam gauges?
I was looking more on that.
Are you? Okay.
But I realized that it says it in numbers right there. And then I've been lacking on this one.
All right, so keep that little, so attitude, airspeed, attitude, altimeter.
8 miles to the southwest, and to the left down.
And then get that heading indicator in there every now and then, make sure that you're covering those bases. All right, 30 seconds.
All right.
So let's go ahead and do it. We've been up here for a while. Let's go ahead and do a descent back down to 5. Descend 500 feet down, so go to 4,500. Okay. But as you do that, get the feel for how you just kind of let the nose gently come down.
Okay.
Look at where it is on the attitude indicator. Once you hit 100, kind of look at, you know, what does that look like on the attitude indicator? You're just barely below the horizon line.
.46, looking for 45.
Good. Now we'll level off at 45. Good. Good. You're quick about getting those RPMs back in there. Airspeed starts to come right back up.
21. And pitching for 90, not 100.
All right. Let's go ahead. We'll stay at 4,500 and a heading of east, and you can get all trimmed back up for cruise flight. If you want to stay at 100 miles per hour, that's fine. We're going to load in our approach to runway 31, the ILS.
I get back up to 45.
After traffic, key left 5112, parking area to the southwest out of 3,000, climb 9,000, last call, Thief River.
Okay, loading approach.
Yep, so bring up your iPad. Get your approach on your iPad.
I forgot how to do this. Procedure? Approach.
Just bring up your plate. Yeah, you can do that. Sure. Except, do you know if you're going to have vectors or is ATC going to give you something else?
I don't know.
All right, just bring up your approach plate.
This one or this one?
On your iPad. Bring up runway 31.
ILS runway 31.
All right. So you got that up and you're ready to roll. Let's listen to the weather one more time at Bemidji.
2952.
2952, so it went down a little bit.
Bemidji Regional Airport. Automated weather observation 1749er. Zulu weather wind 200 at 7 visibility 10 clear below 12,000 temperature 2 Celsius dew point -3 altimeter 2952.
All right, so good job. 200 at 7
Okay.
and 2952 on your altimeter. Okay, and we're at a heading up east. All right.
Okay.
So you want to make sure you do the 5 A's or 6 A's. It's the altimeter. So you listen to the ATIS, that was the first A, and we got the altimeter, that was the second A. And then you've decided on the approach you're going to use. We're going to use runway 31. So when ATC calls, ATC would have called by now and said, Sky 4493 Romeo, advise when you have weather and which approach you want. And you say, we'll advise. All right. So we got the weather now. And then we can go ahead and we can call back now to ATC. And we would say, Minneapolis Center, Sky 4493 Romeo has the weather. Expecting ILS31.
Okay, so center, Skyhawk 4493 Romeo has the current weather. Expecting ILS31?
Yep. So then they'll say to you, Skyhawk 4493 Romeo, expect the ILS31. Fly heading of 360.
Okay, expecting.
Left turn 360.
Expecting ILS for 31, turn a left hand 360.
Correct.
360?
Yep.
Ah, I brought an L backwards. Okay. So 360. So turn. Wow, why? Yeah, it would be that way. 3. Ah, that's what I meant.
Okay.
Jesus. Okay.
You did a good job of holding your heading as you turned. That was really good. Got a message. Click on that. Telling you the MOA is in front of you.
Okay.
Right. Okay. So she said expect the ILS for 3-1, and she gave you a vector for right now.
Alright, but she didn't say cleared, so we can't activate it.
Nope, you can't. But you should review. Yep, get that in there and then review it.
Okay.
So approach. Yep. That's Bemidji. Yep. So ILS31. Oops, ILSs are right at the top always. And then comes the RNAVs, and then comes the VOR on the bottom, and then the last thing is the visuals. Okay. So ILS31, I'm sorry, she should have said expect vectors to the ILS31. So you get vectors. Okay. Then you can look at it right here, or you can load it and look at it, but it's all right here too. That's your sequence. So verify it matches what's on your paper. So you go from possibly Cosvo to IBOM. Runway 31.
Yes.
And then 2400 is the mist. So you go 2400 on the mist.
Oh, that's this one right here. Yep, 2400.
Yep. And then intercept the 100.
Intercept 100, yep.
To IBOM and hold.
Deep River Falls traffic, 905 Tango.
All right. Now you can load your approach.
We're going to overfly the field, 2,400.
For GPS, it's legal terminology.
Drop entry into the left downwind runway 22, Deep River Falls.
All right. So let's go ahead and go back to your map on your GPS. All right. This is Skyhawk 4493 Romeo. Turn left heading 300. Descend down to 3,600.
Okay. Turn heading 300, descend to 3,000?
3,600.
600.
Skyhawk 4493 Romeo.
Skyhawk 4493 Romeo.
Perfect. Okay. So now we want to descend. So remember with these airplanes, if you're going to go below the green arc, you should pull carb heat in.
$4,000, looking for 36.
Back 4493 Romeo, turn fly heading 260.
Okay, turn fly heading 360.
260.
260. Skyhawk 4493 Romeo. 37, looking for 36. And we're still turning.
Good. All right. So attitude, airspeed, attitude, altimeter, verify it stayed, attitude, heading.
Deep River Falls traffic, 905 Tango, 5 miles to the north. West, overflying midfield 2,400. Teardrop entry in the left downwind, runway 22, Deep River Falls.
Skyhawk 4493 Romeo, turn fly heading 240.
Turn fly heading 240, 93 Romeo.
Skyhawk 4493 Romeo, you are cleared for the ILS approach 31 into Bemidji. Maintain 3,600 until established.
Okay.
Frequency change to approve. Back with me on the mist or cancel.
All right, cleared for ILS approach. Once established, clear. What? Dang it.
Skyhawk 4493 Romeo, you are cleared for the ILS31 approach into Bemidji.
Okay. For ILS approach.
Maintain 3,600 until established.
Maintain 3600.
Contact your frequency change approved.
Okay.
Back with me on the mist or to cancel IFR.
Alright, so cleared for the ILS approach into Bemidji, runway 31, maintain 3600 until established. Free to spin frequencies.
Overflying midfield 2400, tear drop into left downwind. Runway 22, Steve River.
On the mist or
on
cancel?
On the mist or cancel.
Yep.
Okay.
Alright. So she cleared you. So did you activate the approach?
I think so.
Okay. Procedure, KBJI, and vectors to final. Hit activate vectors to final.
I did already. Do I do it again?
Touch it again. Yeah. Just make sure. There we go. What's going to happen is as you get closer, when you're within a few miles of the course, this should switch over to green needles. All right, okay. So now the other thing on your briefing is you have to make sure you have the localizer tuned in. Notice how this is LNAV yet?
Yeah.
Okay, what's the localizer frequency? It's on the top part of your plates chart.
119?
Yep, so get 111.9 on top radio.
On here?
Nope, your nav radio. It's a navigational aid.
Up here? I don't know. Okay, right here?
Yep. Flip-flop it. There you go. Look at that. Those come alive.
Okay.
And so that, as soon as we get closer, will come alive.
Okay. Ah, shoot.
You're only 100 feet off. That's not bad. All right, the nice thing about this one is it says IMDI.
Okay.
And on here, it says IMDI.
Okay.
So the localizer approach already has been tuned for you. You can count that. You don't have to listen to the nav, the Morse code go off on that.
Okay.
Let's go to a heading more like 250.
95 Tango and the left one, runway 22, Steve River.
There we go. All right, now you're getting close to the approach, so let's slow it down. Let's, 2200. As long as we can maintain altitude, there's no reason to go fast. Now, in this one, we can set up our approach course on here as a backup for us, too. So we can tune this into, what is our heading inbound going to be?
It's going to be 3-1.
Are you sure it's 3-1? Look down at the bottom of your, what's
313?
313.
313.
So turn that to 313.
Ah, okay.
A lot nicer with autopilot.
313.
313.
Somewhere in there?
Sure. Good.
I don't know.
All right. Let's fly heading 260. The wind's kind of kicking our butt.
Heading 260, Miami Romeo.
Perfect. All right, so this one shows you're right of course. You need to go left to get there. This one shows, it's nicer because you got your little airplane, that you are right of course and you need to go left to intercept it, or in your case, kind of straight ahead, but it's off to your left. So that's what we're working towards. Okay, once we intercept that approach, what altitude, because we have to maintain 3600 until we are established, what altitude can we go down to?
32?
Correct. And when does that change?
Once established on IBOM.
Okay, IBOM is your final approach fix?
Yes.
Okay, when we hit IBOM, then what are we going to do?
We can...
Make sure you watch things while you do that.
Descending to 1523. Oh, this is sound great.
Make that smaller so you can see the bottom part of it. There you go. That's a lot easier to read.
1589.
1589. Are you just going to descend, like push your nose down, descend, or are you going to follow a glide path?
You can follow the glide path.
Perfect,
or do
okay.
the step downs.
Okay, or we could do a localizer, yep.
Yeah, localizer.
Bemidji traffic, Sky 4493 Romeo is 13 to the east-northeast, inbound landing, 31 low approach only, Bemidji. Okay, so it says that right here on your little scoreboard that we are only 3.5 miles away from intercepting.
Ah, okay.
Okay. So this is why we slow it down, so that we, you know, you can, like I said, you can go slow as long as you can maintain altitude. Don't be in a hurry. Nobody's telling you to, and if they do tell you to, then they can give you vectors back around, and you know, but you have every right to take your time and. Okay, and before we get to the final approach fix, about a mile before, what are we going to do?
About a mile before, talk? What?
The glumps?
Glumps?
Yep, gear, lights,
Gear,
landing lights, undercarriage mixture, prop, speed set.
Okay.
Flaps are in.
Do you want to put flaps in?
Yes. By the final approach fix, we should be totally configured for landing.
Oh, for IBOM.
Yep. IBOM's the final
I think
approach fix.
about this one. I was like, oh, that's a little early. Okay.
All right, back to your heading. There you go.
Ah.
This is the approach that if you don't give vectors to final, Cosmo will not show up on the GPS.
Okay.
So if you're coming in, say from the southeast or something, and they said expect the ILS31, how could I simulate this? They
false traffic, 295 Tango.
there it came. See, we were a mile and a half away, and then popped up the localizer, the VLOC, so it turned green. Sometimes they'll say all of a sudden go to Cosmo or something like that, and you'd have to reload the approach with vectors in order to get Cosmo up there so you could fly to Cosmo, because if you don't, if you go straight to IBOM, or it will not show Cosmo as a choice anymore. That waypoint will disappear, and then you're scrambling in your airplane. All right, 3600 till established. We're waiting for those needles to start to move.
Then it's 32.
All right, so we have a quartering headwind, so about a half a dot before, we're going to start turning inbound.
Half a dot?
Or right on that dot.
Okay.
Halfway. Okay, so now start your slow turn inbound. If the needle stops moving, then stop your turn and let the needle start moving again. But you can start your anticipation turn. It's about a half a mile away or so, depending on the direction of your wind. All right. Nice job. Hey, get your heading bug back up there. Good. Now you can descend down to what altitude?
32.
Yep. Deeper false traffic, 295 Tango. Left base, runway 22, deep river.
Right. Now glance over and see where your cyan needle is. That's going to help you immensely. Get that thing lined up and then reestablish that heading bug. Good. All right, we have a long way to go for IBOM. Lots of time.
Deeper false traffic, 295 Tango, runway 22.
$200 to go. push and hold your heading bug and pop that up to the top in case something happens. So we kind of have an idea of what our heading should be. There you are. There's 32. Good. Power goes right back in to 22, 21, 22, I guess. And you can start pitching the nose up and start slowing it down a little bit if you have to. Yep, leave your power where it was though. We're just getting back to 3,200 feet, and you have airspeed to bleed. Ooh, you get a workout today.
Yeah.
All right, so we have that nice little wind indicator up here, data for the wind, and it's telling us we have a left quartering headwind. So once we get lined up on the needle, we know our heading bug's probably going to be to the left of 313. So we might be flying a heading of 308 or something like that in order to maintain.
Repeat that.
So the wind is coming off of, we have a quartering left headwind, right?
Left headwind.
Yep.
Okay.
So when we get our CDI needle lined up, the OBS and CDI's needles lined up, and we're holding that heading, we know that our heading bug will probably be like 308 or something will be the heading we're flying in order to maintain a course of 313.
Okay.
You know, so.
Wind correction.
Yep, wind correction. All right, we're over-correcting right now, so we're actually flying away from it. There you go. Good. A little bit more to the right. So you can glance at this for situational awareness. Don't ever try to fly using that. You know, don't fly the pink line down.
Okay.
On your moving map. You're always using instruments. The moving map is just for situational awareness. Good, so we need to intercept a little bit. So let's put our heading bug right up on top of 313. And fly that heading and let the wind help us get back over also. So we don't have to do a huge correction in order to connect. And the wind can push us because the wind's coming off of our left quartering headwind. So let the wind push us back over on course a little bit because we're really not that far off.
Okay.
Good, nice job.
Now turn back.
As soon as that needle's lined up. Yep. Then you want to just turn to get that cyan needle on top of your line. Check where that is.
Okay.
Add just a titch of power in there maybe. Go back to about 21. There you are.
Oh, too far?
You know, because if that failed, you wouldn't be able to look at it.
Right.
So now all you have are your gauges. And you always want to make sure this one is working and then go back to only one to use. This is just a backup, but you want to make sure that they match each other before you start your approach in. Good, so if you don't have a moving map, that's, you know, you have to know what your winds aloft are before you leave, because if you don't have a moving map, you probably don't have a wind data computer. And so you're going to want to know where your winds are coming from so you can figure that, you know, what your crab angle could be once you're up here getting ready for your final approach fix. All right, so I'm going to pull that back up. We are about 2 miles away.
Okay.
Are you showing up on there? Are we tuned in your little airplane on there? Yes, okay. So technically you don't need this, but I'll let you fly it the first time. So when Bailey's flying on Sunday, you can reach up here, hit the home key, and he can't see squat.
Did you get that, John?
Got it.
I forgot you were back there.
You're doing good.
Bemidji traffic, Sky 4493 Romeo, 6 mile final, 31 low approach only, Bemidji. Alright, you're doing good. So
traffic,
you're a half mile away, go ahead and start getting set up.
9 miles.
Okay. So we want
Glumps, carbine, throttle, mixture flaps.
ILS
down a little
31,
bit.
low approach only, Bemidji.
20 flaps.
Yep.
Oh.
Good. Okay.
Okay.
And
Nose down.
timer once we hit the final approach fix. So I'll put it back here. It says direct 313 now. That's kind of a dead giveaway that you just passed it. So hit your timer.
Timer. Clear.
Enter.
Enter.
Good.
Yep.
All
And
right.
push for
And we're looking
85.
for 90 miles per hour. We'll be nice to you and we'll do 90, which is the same that's on that localizer.
Okay.
What am I trying to call it?
The time thing?
The timer thing, yeah.
The
table.
344 is what we're looking for.
Yep.
Gotta go that way. 'Cause we're
Okay.
right.
Okay. Are you following your glide path down though?
No, no.
Okay. So let's just add some power in. Because I just wanted you to hit the timer in order to get used to doing that. But we can follow the glide path in. So bring your nose up. Because we don't want to descend anymore. Yep. We want to get into the glide path.
Oh. Yeah. Okay. Fly to the dot.
Yep. So here it comes.
Slow down.
And your needle's going to the right, so let's go to the right.
Oh, shoot.
Bring your power back out. Start just a little bit. There you go. Hold that nose. And now it's stopped, so we'll add in just 100 RPMs.
Trying to hold this.
Yep, there it comes. Anticipate. Now bring your power back to 17. Sorry, 17. There you go. Perfect. Now remember, you're getting close. You're within miles away. So go ahead and click up your landing lights for real. And click up the lights for the runway. Bemidji traffic 4493 Romeo is a 2 mile final, 31 low approach only, Bemidji.
Okay, 25. Looking for, what was it, 1890? Or
Yep.
1590?
1590, yep. And the glide path is going a little below.
So go low.
So
full power.
Full power. Yep,
Full
you're
power,
100,
yeah.
you want to be at 90. You don't want to go outside that flap range.
Right. Okay, go right, left,
Just
right.
a little bit of left rudder, yep. Stop that now. Stop that turn, there you go. Now it's starting to come back in, so start following it back in with some rudder. Just little increments, remember, only about 3 degrees or 5 degrees at a time.
Yes.
So 21, looking for 1590.
Perfect traffic 282 Tango 4300, 6 to the west, entering
Right.
a overfly for a left downwind 22 entry, Z River.
20, looking for 1590. Power.
How much power did you put in?
100.
Yep.
Go left.
Good, just as a rudder, good. Coming back in, there you go.
Now pull
So
out power.
15, looking for, there's 18.
18.
Yep. So you're pulling out about 300 RPMs and you put in about 300.
Ah!
Bring a little bit of power out.
Out?
Yep. Okay.
16.
So look up.
15. Oh,
Good,
wow.
go missed.
Go missed.
Oh, yep. Pitch up, power up, clean. Or power up, pitch up, clean up. Power up. Good.
Ah.
There you go.
Ah,
Good.
man.
Good. Flaps.
10 at a time?
Yep, 10 at a time. Now make sure that nose is coming up. Look at your airspeed.
Ah.
A lot of work. You're not supposed to be looking outside. You're
I'm
under
not.
the hood.
I haven't done a mist yet. I don't know what I'm doing.
It's a go around.
God.
You just don't look.
Clear of trees.
All right. So I'm going to richen your mixture.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
And we're pitching forward.
Okay. Activate GPS mist approach. There you go.
And
Voila.
we're going to 24.
Now notice it goes back to pink needles.
Yeah.
Yep. So we're going to 2400 first. Don't change that 32 because that's our final. So we want to leave 3200 in there. We know that we have to go straight ahead to 2400 before we can turn anywhere.
Okay.
Bemidji traffic, Sky 4493 Romeo's missed 31 will be a left-hand turnout back to the VOR to reshoot a ILS31 again. Popped up because it knew you hit 2400 feet and it said direct heading 100. Standard rate turn. And Sky 4493 Romeo. Fly the published mist and let us know what you want to do.
Sea for traffic 282 Tango entering left down on runway 22. Sea for.
493 Romeo. Fly the established mist approach. Returning back into ILS approach.
Okay, Sky 4493 Romeo, you can expect the ILS31 again, fly the published mist. So for right now, I'm just going to have you start the mist